Killzone series has long been thought of as the Halo for PS3. Does this year's installment measure up to last? I'll tell you in a second. Killzone 2's main problem that most players had with it was the ability to control the game, and how its controls were definitely a little unique. It didn't really conform to anything else that modern shooters had been doing, like the Call of Duty series. Well, with Killzone 3, that's fixed. There's an alternate option which pretty much rips off the Call of Duty control scheme directly with adding its own little flourishes, such as when you want to hide behind cover now, you simply flick a button and you snap to cover. It makes it so much easier on your hands instead of trying to hold down that button and then move another button to get out of cover and then shoot with another button. It's just less of a hassle and less of a whole octopus hand going on with the controls. So, Killzone 3 pretty much picks up directly where Killzone 2 left off, and the first couple stages in the game are pretty much the same as you would expect from a normal Killzone experience. Kind of dreary, you're fighting Helghast, you're just moving stage after stage. And then Killzone 3 does something different. It goes 6 months into the future, and you're suddenly in a swamp, having a stealth mission, hiding from a good 40 to 50 Helghast, and trying not to get yourself killed with a stealth pistol. That is exceedingly colorful. It's really different for Killzone to be doing something like this, and it adds to what are great set pieces. For the team to do this, it's a whole unique angle of it, and it adds to some great set pieces that occur in this game so far. I'm not going to tell you any of them because it would ruin the experience, but stealth alone is just one of the few.
Same building, second floor. Nice shot.
Another of the things that Killzone 2 suffered from was character overload. They were throwing 500 names at you a second in rapid succession and expecting you to know who was what, where, and when. It kind of made it hard to identify with anybody at any point. Well, Killzone 3 solved this. There's only about 3 major characters at any point in this storyline, and you pretty much know who each one is. So when it comes to identifying with them in the terrible situations that they are put in, it strikes a more emotional chord with you as the player, and it makes you care a little bit more about them and what they're going through. So the first con I have with this game is the frame rate. It hiccups here and there. Now, you can totally tell it's hiccuping because it's loading stuff that's up and coming for you, but it just gets a little noticeable, especially at times where you're in a firefight and you move a little bit too far ahead in the stage and it starts to load, and you're trying to shoot at the same time, and frag grenades are going off. It just starts to slow down here and there. It's not going to destroy the experience for you, but it's kind of annoying. The second bad point that I had with this game is the fact that there is no online co-op. Now, that being said, there is a local co-op, which to me doesn't make sense. It takes more graphical processing power to have to split that screen in two and have 2 controllers inputting into one system. Would it not have taken them just a little more effort to have an online code where your buddy who maybe is playing down the street or across the country even could jump into a game with you and play through co-op? It just kind of makes more sense that way. So the final con that I found with this game was the fact that it is really buggy so far. And not buggy in the way that it's broken, just buggy in the way that takes you out of the experience. So if you're watching a cinematic and you see this huge tank come over this hill and start to roll down, and then there's just this one random character standing there that it just randomly clips right through, it doesn't really help you with the immersion effect. It kind of ruins it that way. So this reviewer overall is going to have to give Killzone 3 a big thumbs up. Even with those cons that I did find for it, it's a much improved experience over Killzone 2. The color palette's changed, it's got better character development, and the shooting overall is a much tighter and better feel to it than Killzone 2's. It's just a lot better of a game. You should definitely go out and pick that up.